Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Nick Aldis has firmly established himself in WWE as the general manager of SmackDown. However, wrestling veteran Vince Russo believes that Gunther should beat the official to take over his authority role on the blue brand. Nick Aldis debuted in WWE in 2023. While many expected the 38-year-old to be an active in-ring competitor, he was revealed as the general manager of SmackDown. The former NWA champion has done a tremendous job in the official role, establishing his authority on the blue brand. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Vince Russo pointed out that two babyface general managers add nothing to WWE programming. The veteran suggested that Gunther should beat Aldis to take over his powers. What's the point of having two babyface authority figures? What's the point of that? They doing nothing with Gunther, absolutely nothing. Have Gunther get into it with Aldis and have Gunther challenge Aldis to a match. Gunther puts his title up, and Aldis puts up his authority. Now you have Gunther go over. Now he's a champion running the show. Russo also added that Gunther should take over the GM role and hand it over to Ludwig Kaiser. Now you get it. Kaiser would be great in that role. With the 14 million girls who are absolutely doing nothing, Kaiser has an assistant. Right there, we got three guys over. From 45:46 onwards. Despite being effectively retired, Nick Aldis has not ruled out returning to the squared circle. However, fans are still waiting for the SmackDown general manager to have his first match in WWE. In a packed WWE arena, the night was charged with an undeniable tension. Fans, divided but excited, awaited a monumental clash set to take place between the reigning champion, Seth Rollins, and Nick Aldis. While many fans believed the WWE champion's reign was secure, others wondered if Aldis, the seasoned veteran, could defy expectations and prove himself worthy of the championship gold. The stakes were high, not just for the title but for power within the company itself. A veteran WWE personality had recently made headlines with a bold prediction: the champion should be the one to defeat Aldis and take control of the authority within WWE, marking a new era for the company. The match began with intensity. Rollins and Aldis, both incredibly skilled and charismatic, went toe-to-toe in an exchange of strikes, counters, and high-impact moves. Rollins' athleticism was on full display, his flying kicks and high-energy offense creating a buzz among the audience. Aldis, ever the tactician, used his power and experience to ground Rollins, applying pressure with submissions and strategically slowing the pace. Despite Aldis' strength and methodical approach, Rollins continued to display the resilience that had made him a fan favorite. With every move Aldis made to dominate the champion, Rollins found a way to rally, using his speed and innovation to outwit Aldis, even managing to hit a faltering buckle bomb that rocked Aldis to his core. The dynamic in the ring mirrored the growing sense of unease in the locker room. Rumors had swirled all week that the result of this match would have far-reaching consequences for WWE's structure. Some backstage sources claimed that Rollins was poised to take control, not just of the championship, but of the entire company itself. It was a bold prediction, but when you take into account Rollins' status as one of the top faces of WWE and his long history of making waves, it didn't seem out of the question. As the match progressed, Aldis attempted to use every trick in the book to weaken Rollins, targeting his legs with vicious knee strikes and locking in a brutal figure-4 leg lock that had the crowd on edge. Rollins fought through the pain, pushing himself to the brink of exhaustion. The agony was written all over his face, but it was his determination that fueled his survival. Just as Aldis thought victory was within his grasp, Rollins managed to escape the submission hold, launching himself off the ropes and catching Aldis with a superkick that staggered the veteran. The crowd erupted in excitement as Rollins seemed to sense his moment. The Architect, as he's often called, was about to unleash the fury of his years of experience, and fans knew it would be a turning point. Aldis tried to fight back, but the tide had turned. Rollins hit him with a series of blistering strikes, followed by a ripcord knee, and finally, the devastating stomp. The arena held its collective breath as Rollins covered Aldis for the pinfall. The referee's hand hit the mat 3 times, and the crowd exploded in celebration. Seth Rollins had not only retained the WWE Championship but had decisively defeated a man many thought could challenge his dominance. But that wasn't all. In the wake of the pinfall, something strange began to unfold. Rollins didn't immediately celebrate with the title. Instead, he stood tall in the center of the ring, staring into the hard cam. A glint of something calculated was in his eyes. This wasn't just about the title anymore. This was about something far bigger. As Rollins raised the championship high, he suddenly signaled for a microphone. His words cut through the celebration and electrified the crowd. "This is bigger than the gold," Rollins said, his voice dripping with intensity. "This is about control, about taking charge of WWE and its future. I've fought for years, bled for this company, and watched as others have tried to take it from us. Now, it's time for a change. This is my show now." The arena fell silent, unsure of what to make of this bold declaration. Could it be true? Was Seth Rollins really declaring himself not just the champion, but the new ruler of WWE? As the WWE Universe processed this shocking proclamation, the arena lights flickered. The scene grew even more electric as the camera zoomed in on Rollins' face. His expression said it all. This was the beginning of something massive. Backstage, the shockwaves were already being felt. Nick Aldis, while still a formidable competitor, was now a casualty in Rollins' grand design. Aldis had been an obstacle, but now that obstacle had been cleared away. And with it, Rollins was paving the way for himself to not just reign over WWE as champion but to step into the role of authority. This was the game changer that many had anticipated, and it had arrived faster than expected. The rumors that had been swirling about Rollins seeking more control over WWE's narrative were now a reality. He had just proven that his skills, his presence, and his leadership could carry him to the very top. But how would the powers that be in WWE react? Would Vince McMahon or Triple H stand by as Rollins made this dramatic move? Would they oppose him? And how would the locker room respond to this shift in power? In the coming weeks, the landscape of WWE would be irrevocably altered. Rollins, in his quest for ultimate control, would come into direct conflict with other factions within WWE. The Authority, once a powerful fixture in WWE, might find itself in direct opposition to Rollins, who would aim to dismantle any remnants of that regime in favor of his own vision for the future. Superstars, old and new, would find themselves at a crossroads. Would they align with the new WWE champion, or would they take a stand against his growing influence? Rollins had set himself up as the kingpin of WWE, but with that position came immense responsibility and inevitable challenges. Some believed Rollins was making a mistake, while others saw his rise to power as a necessary step in a new direction for the company. Only time would tell if this was truly the dawn of a new era or the beginning of an unstoppable downfall. But one thing was for certain: Seth Rollins had just made history. The WWE Universe would never be the same again.